F1 transfers have been causing chaos and uncertainty for years, but here's the real question. Is that chaos more exciting for fans, or is it just distracting from the racing itself? It's something I've thought a lot about over the years, probably more than I should. So today, let's dive into this idea: what if F1 had transfer windows? Now, you might be thinking, what's the point of a transfer window? Right now, drivers can switch teams mid-season. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, you already know, it's usually Red Bull. Still, technically any team can do it, no matter how disruptive it is to their setup or their driver, and they can do it whenever they feel like it. 2 races in, 10 races in, it doesn't matter. A transfer window would help prevent that. Teams would have to actually commit to their drivers. Imagine that, Red Bull. And honestly, that might be a good thing, especially for young drivers who get called up, tossed around, or dropped way too fast. Give them a chance to breathe, make mistakes, learn, develop. A system like this might actually protect them, giving them more time to settle in and prove themselves. Now, let's talk about the drama, because we all secretly love it. F1 isn't just a sport. It's not just racing. It's entertainment. It's a show. Transfer speculation is already a massive part of F1. We all know silly season way too well. But imagine if it was more structured, more official. A proper transfer window could turn F1's off-season into something actually exciting. It gives fans something to actually look forward to. Instead of just scrolling through rumours on X, we'd be watching the clock like it's transfer deadline day. Picture it. Lando Norris signs for Mercedes at 11:59 PM. Aston Martin drops 30 million on Verstappen. It would be absolute chaos, and honestly, I would be here for it. It would also help shift the focus back to what really matters during the season, the racing. Right now, rumours can dominate an entire race weekend. With a transfer window, that drama gets concentrated into one period. Silly season becomes transfer season. It keeps the headlines clean during the races, more focus on the track battles. Of course, there will always be exceptions. Like Lewis Hamilton's move to Ferrari in 2024, which dominated headlines despite being announced before the season started. But in football, that would have been a pre-contract agreement. With a transfer window, moves like that would only become official during the designated period. And we have to talk about contracts in F1 because, let's face it, they don't seem very solid at all. Drivers get dropped mid-season, teams back out of deals, multi-year deals get torn up like they're nothing. Some structure could actually help the sport. Take the Oscar Piastri situation in 2022, an absolute mess. Alpine announced him as Alonso's replacement, but Piastri jumped on social media like, yeah, I didn't agree to that. Behind the scenes, he'd already signed with McLaren. Both teams thought they had a contract. It then went to F1's contract recognition board, yes, that's a real thing, which ruled that Alpine had no legally binding deal. A transfer window with official deadlines and FIA oversight could help clean that up. Now, let's get into some cons, because as many pros as there are, this idea has some real problems too. First up, scale. Unlike football, which has thousands of players and hundreds of teams, F1 has just 20 drivers and 10 teams. So does it really make sense to create a transfer window for such a small elite group? Then there's the risk of rushed decisions. If all driver changes have to happen within a set window, teams might panic, make moves they're not fully confident in, just to hit the deadline. And from a driver's perspective, it could create more pressure. They might feel like they have to prove themselves right before the window opens, basically putting themselves in the shop window to either save their seat or move up the grid. Another thing, the unpredictability of Formula 1. That's part of what makes the sport so great. The drama, the shock announcement, the unexpected twists. Locking all of that into a transfer window, it might take away some of that magic. It could start feeling a little too scripted. Also, this could actually hurt rookie drivers. Right now, teams sometimes take a gamble, throw a young driver into the deep end and see what happens. But if they're locked into that driver for the rest of the season because of transfer rules, they might hesitate. If the rookie underperforms, the team can make changes, and that's tough. Not just for the team, but for the driver's development too. Teams have a duty of care, and sometimes they need to react quickly for everyone's sake. And if a transfer window traps them in a bad situation, it could actually do more harm than good. So while a transfer window could bring excitement, drama, and structure to the chaos that is Formula One, it's definitely not a perfect solution at all. There are definitely pros and there are a lot of cons. It might make the sport more exciting or strip away some of what makes it so unpredictable and raw. But what do you think? Would a transfer window help F1 or hurt it in the long run? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.